Cody Leibert, Moral Free, here with the one and only
Sage Francis.
You know it. Here at the Troubadour, Hollywood. So what's going on tonight?
Moral Free.
Oh yeah!
Chilling.
You can't rape the Willie, man.
No.
So
look what I found today. It was just like hanging out somewhere, and it was like a
dude, that's nice. That's like
fancy LA bracelet.
Oh, I thought it was.
It don't.
I thought it was
fit.
like the little flap, maybe that strippers wear or something. You know?
Oh, maybe that is what it is. It is that.
It smells good. That's dedicated sweat.
All right.
So
I'll save that.
You being a hip hop artist and all, what do you think the word? I know there's not like an exact definition, but what do you think hip hop is to you?
Oh man. It's been a lot of things to me from early on. It's changed a lot, but early on it was the outside voice. Obviously, like, I'm not of the community that created hip hop for what purpose hip hop was. It was, you know, people expressing their situation, and I heard it, and I came to express my own situation. That's been my path since 8 years old, and I'm 21 now, you know, so it's been a minute.
That's a long time, man.
Yeah, but nowadays, I guess what hip hop is it's formless. It's everything, you know. It's permeated all corners of culture. Kids are growing up on it. It's normal, you know. It's what they know. But when I was coming up, it really was like the alternative to what most people were familiar with, especially where I came from. It was not the normal thing for people to dig, but for some reason it really spoke to me, and it was a challenge to the status quo. I think that the voice of hip hop really is there to challenge mainstream mentality until the mainstream gets it right, which they still haven't.
Yeah, I think people prefer it more being that underground and that more exclusive, because people get that whole, oh, it's mainstream, oh, they've sold out, or, you know, whatever. But
yeah. Oh, you know, I don't get too caught up in that stuff. I suppose early on I did. Everyone's trying to find their own identity, trying to just feel like they fit in somewhere, but at a certain point you realize all of it's bullshit. I mean, the whole mainstream versus underground, and it should be unknown because that makes it more special. It's like, to me, it doesn't make sense. I run a record label, you know, like, we are actually trying to push our stuff without making concessions, like just sticking to our beliefs and our sound and what we think is great, what we think is dope. Was like, stick to that and still get it to as many people as possible. That's it. That's all we got to do. And it doesn't always work out, you know, because, you know, sometimes you need more money to promote harder, to have bigger publicity, for other places to cover you, and we don't always get those opportunities. Still, in all, we do have the hardcore following. When our music hits them, it resonates, you know, and that's our greatest hook. That's our catch. That's like the stuff that sticks in the chest. Like, that music lives there.
Moral free, right? Like there. Now, that being said, I'm sure you've heard the expression.
I think that's how it works. I'm just going by what people tell me.
Why do you think people say hip hop is dead?
Because it's decaying.
Like the
no, I don't know. Everything's dead, man. I mean, hip hop died the first time someone said hip hop ain't dead. Same thing with punk. I mean, was that a Silver Jews lyric? But it was like, everything dies, man. Let it die and revive it. You know, who cares? I don't know. It's a marketing technique.
You can't kill hip hop.
It's a marketing technique. Back when I had a radio show in the late '90s, the intro to my radio show was a song called "The Death of Hip Hop." It's like something people have been kind of like on for a long time. It's like, man, all the elements, you know, people are falling off. They're not staying true to the routines, or this and that. It's like, hip hop changes, man. And then when it changes too much or goes off a course where the traditionalists think it shouldn't, they say it's dead. Well, fuck it. Like, there's always the throwback artists who are gonna salute the past. I still do that, and if they don't see, they don't see me carrying that flag or running with that torch, I guess it's not for them.
So let it die, because it'll never pass away. Hip hop will be here forever. So you gotta.
You like hip hop?
Of course. Yes, I mean, I didn't grow up in that community either, that same. But it's just the storytelling, the energy. It's more real. I feel it's just got. I don't know. I like all kinds of music, but I feel hip hop really. It's easiest for me to relate to the stories that people are telling, just the struggles and the overcoming. And
that's the best part about any art. That's the best part of any craft. That's folk. That's the folk aspect of hip hop. That's people telling their story and people telling other people's stories. That will always live, whether hip hop's dead or alive, whether punk rock's dead or alive, whether folk dies out. That craft of telling stories and people expressing themselves through art, that will always thrive. It doesn't matter through what format, and really, to me, that's what matters most.
Yeah. Got the rest
but
of the
I love hip hop. That's my craft.
I love hip hop. I love music.
That's how I learned to express myself. So that's what I stick to, and that's the craft I try to contribute to. That's the one that I try to change and do in my own way. Because otherwise, you're just like spinning the same wheel. And fuck all that.
How long you been in the game? I heard something about you like this is a 10-year reunion or not?
Yeah.
10 years
of my first like major release, which was Personal Journals. This is the 10-year anniversary of that. So it's nice to have a 10-year-old kid and be like, people are still listening to it. It still makes sense to them, and I love it as well. So I'm here to kind of celebrate that.
Any, announce the rest of your tour dates, or you got a new album release, I think. And
I've been sitting on a lot of new music. I'll do a couple today, but really, I didn't set any date for any new music. I'm sitting on it. I don't know why. I'm letting it incubate. I want to see if if I want to sit on it and see if it hatches.
Good, but it gets better with time, right?
Yeah. But other than that, the tour stuff is just I do a few shows here and there. It helps me live.
Right. I mean, do you still get the same gratification playing shows for all the people now that you did when you were first starting out? Is it still the same?
Well, it's like chasing the dragon at a certain point. Like, because the first time you rock a crowd and that feeling is just so exhilarating. Like, it's the biggest rush, and you're like, I still get that, but it's not. It doesn't
like your first
eat
race
me up. Like, I don't stay up at night like I did when I was 12, but I still love it.
Right, that's what it is. Well, you heard it here. Moral Free, Cody Leibert,
Strange Famous,
Sage Francis. No doubt. Music will never die. Love it, live it, accept it. That's all it is. Moral Free.
Boom.